Hey guys, this is App Reviewer. Today we'll be taking a look at the SGP SIII Ultra Nano Clear Screen Protector. This is an oil resistant and slim screen protector. Now, in my previous video we took a look at the SGP Flex, and as you can see right here, it's cleared up very nicely. So just like I told you in the video, give it about 24 to 48 hours and it'll clear up very nicely. So what I want to do in this video is just give you a quick install of the screen protector. And since I haven't used this one in the past, I'll cut this video and I'll come back in 3 or 4 days and give you my full review on it. So let's take a look at it. Like I mentioned, Ultra Nano Clear. It's SIII Enhanced Optical Hard-Coated Film. On the back you can see a couple things. It is super thin, one of the SGP's thinnest screen protectors. You got some information about it being oleophobic, strong. The main problem with this one is because it's so thin, you won't really get any drop protection where this one gives you. But this one will basically just give you a little bit of scratch protection and also an oleophobic coating like I mentioned. So within the packaging you'll get 3 screen protectors, a squeegee, and a microfiber cloth. So let's open this up and then we'll start off the install. So just rip off the bottom. And I've liked the SGP Flex. I've been using it, like I said, for about 4 days now, and it's held up quite nicely. But I just want to try out something different, and in case I don't like the Ultra Nano Clear, I can still go back to the Flex since I have a spare one. So let's pull everything out of here. You can see you get some dust removal stickers. You also get a hard squeegee, a little authentication number. You also get a pamphlet. SGP starting to include these now in their products. You get your microfiber wipe, and then you get your 3 screen protectors that you can see. So we'll set 2 of these out here. Now one issue, and I want to point this out because I know a lot of people won't be happy with it, is that this screen protector is cut short on the display. So this won't cover the whole display because it is curved. So you really can't put hard screen protectors on a curved surface in a dry installation. So as you can see, if we line this up, this won't cover the whole device. It still leaves a little bit of a gap around the sides. So just a word of warning, if you want full screen protection, you probably have to go with the SGP Flex. So what we're going to do now is just install this quickly. I'm going to pull off the Flex from here and then start off the installation. This one's pretty simple too. All you got to do is clean your screen off, make sure it has no dust or fingerprints on it. So once you have your device nice, clean, and dust free, what you want to do is pull out the screen protector within the packaging. You can see it has 2 tabs on it. It has a front and a back tab. You actually want to start off with the back, and as you can see, the screen protector will fit just like that. So let's set this aside. What you want to do is peel it up about halfway, and be careful you don't want to get dust on this, or it's going to be a pain to remove. So you want to peel it up, and then you want to align it with the bottom first, and once you have it, you can push it down. So this is a little bit to do through the camera, hard to do. So let's see, I think I got it down right there. Let's see. So I did. So now what you want to do is get your screen protector and squeegee out all the bubbles first. So taking a closer look at the screen protector, you can see right there the amount of gap it leaves within the bezel. So unless you want to leave it unprotected, you should probably use this with a TPU case that has a nice thick lip, just so it'll cover up that area all around. So you can see through here, has a little bit of a gap there too. And towards the bottom, you can see this rounds around the home button. There's a little bit of a gap around this area as well. So this won't provide full screen coverage like I mentioned. Basically you want to get this just for scratch protection and also because it has that nice oleophobic coating. So this is much better than the Flex in terms of clarity because it's just so thin, it doesn't affect it whatsoever. You can see if I rub my fingers all around here, it does have a slight squeak on it, but it basically gets no fingerprints on it whatsoever. So if I press it with all my fingers, you can see no fingerprints on it whatsoever. So it's holding up pretty nicely. What I want to do now is come back in a period of maybe 3 or 4 days and give you the full review on it, since I've never used this one in the past. So till then, cheers guys. So through the magic of editing, it is now 4 days later. Today is Monday, July 2nd, and I've had quite a bit of time to test out the screen protector, so I want to give you a quick rundown on what I think is good and what I don't think is good. So let's start off with the positives. Number one, and probably most important for me, is the fact that there's no distortion on the display whatsoever. So being so thin, the screen protector is like a thin invisible layer on top of the screen. So you'll notice no distortion of the clarity, the brightness, or even the color output, which is fantastic. You notice the same vibrant screen underneath with a nice sharp icon, which is fantastic. So no problems with it on that part. Number two, and most important for probably everyone else, is the fact that the reason you get a screen protector is to protect your screen. So this will provide some pretty good scratch protection because you have probably 95% of the screen covered except for the curved edges. And lastly is the fact that it has slight oleophobic properties, and as I showed you in part 1, it does get a little bit of fingerprints, and I was wrong to say it didn't get fingerprints whatsoever, but as I put my fingers on here, you'll see that more than getting fingerprints, it just smudges a little bit all around. And the benefit is that obviously they won't accumulate as fast, but the downside is they're a little bit harder to clean off, so you're going to need a wipe and some water to clean it off, which is not too bad. So let's move on to the downsides. Now the first con is that screen sensitivity is slightly affected, and what this means is that when you slide your finger across your screen when it's naked and no screen protector, it glides along very naturally and smoothly, sort of like butter. When you put a screen protector on it, there's a little bit of resistance. This is not as bad as the SGP Flex HD, which had a rubbery feel, but you still notice it's just not as smooth. Now the second con, which is probably the biggest one, is that you're not getting as much protection as you are with the Flex HD, and that's understandable because the sides have a slight curvature on them, so you really can't cover the whole display, and also the screen protector is much thinner, so you're basically choosing between protection or the naked feel on the phone. So this one is the closest to the naked feel on the display. You have the great clarity on it, great viewing angles, and no orange peel effect. So it's basically up to you guys to decide whichever one you think is best, but I recommend both for different purposes. So if you want to pick this one up, you can do so on the SGP website, which is Spigen.com, for $13.99. So anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for more content. Subscribe, like, comment. Cheers guys.